This is my European crabapple tree. I talked about the root that broke off in the last video, which I've also made a tree of. It's this one that broke off, and it had one branch on it, so now it's a tree. It's always fun how you can salvage things that break off, or cuttings, or air layerings. There's a lot of cool options to make more trees for your collection. But as in the last video, many of these trees are very desperate for pruning, and taking the wire off. Unfortunately, I think it already made some marks, which is not so good on deciduous trees because the marks tend to stay there a long time. For example, with evergreens, it's okay to have wire marks because it gives character to the trunk. Deciduous trees, they tend to do it themselves by aging. So this is a bit unfortunate, but I'm taking it off now, and I don't think it's the end of the world. There's a long time. There's going to be a long time before this is getting close to being an exhibition tree, so it's okay. And I can always cut it off and start over. We'll see, yeah, but the trunk is definitely set where I want it. We just had some rain, which is nice. It's good for the trees, don't have to water all the time. It's good with a bit of humidity in the air, so it doesn't dry out so quickly. That's why the branches are all wet, if you were wondering. I don't think I'm gonna keep this one, but I don't know if someone would use it for something. And I don't know if it's keeping this part of the old bark alive and this part of the trunk alive. It probably does, so it would be stupid. Or this one, it's the main taper that keeps it alive as well. But I don't know if to cut it off. I think I'll just leave it on because right now it just helps the root develop and get stronger for the future. So I think I'll keep it. I'll just prune it back and keep it as a sacrificial branch, which just helps which just keeps the tree healthy. So I'm gonna keep it, but I don't think it's gonna be useful for the tree in the future. There we go. I really like this tree because these hanging branches I didn't even wire, they just developed by themselves, which is very nice. I really like that effect. So I'm just going to prune this one. I don't think it's even necessary to wire right now. Here on this bend I have two options on which one I'm going to use. Maybe I'll make this one, turn this into a back branch. Because I think this is better placed on the elbow of the branch of the bend of the taper. So I think I'll keep this one as the side branch, and this one maybe turn it into a back branch or just kill it off at some point. Definitely pretty satisfied of how it turned out. I like this S shape, and it goes well out of all the dead wood here. This top part needs a bit more rain and rotting before I'll give it the lime sulfur like I did here. This part is the older part of the dead wood because this was actually alive when I dug up the tree as a Yamadori, but I broke the branch here on top one day by mistake and it all died. So you gotta work with what you have and what happens. But this is gonna be interesting dead wood in some time. It just needs time to develop, like this part had. So interesting tree. I really like it. One of my first Yamadoris. Yamadori hunts with my father. Take the top off as well. Turn into a tiny tree. That's it. All this gone. And that's deciduous trees are so wonderful to work with because you're very tough on them. Did you see I probably removed close to 80% of all the foliage, but I know it's going to be fine. And you got to be tough on your bonsai trees to turn them into what you actually want and to end up with a pleasing tree for your eyes. But I'm getting there with this one. I've had it since 2019. In the spring of 2019 and the autumn there, we dug up a lot of trees because we got totally our best with the hobby. And this is one of them. It's an absolute one of my favorite trees. So much potential. It just needs time. Like always with bonsai.